All right, so we're going to do more announcements tonight because it's a big week. So they move. They should move. Okay, Tech Hub Manchester. Yesterday evening in London, there was an announcement by Tech Hub that they are opening the third Tech Hub location, which is going to be in Manchester. Woo! Of course, they're the third. Riga was the second, of which we're very proud. But they are expanding. It's taken a little while, but they have a great team in Manchester. All the local guys who are in the tech scene there, which is growing faster, are behind it. So I think that's going to be a great launch. So I think at this stage, what you can see on the Tech Hub site, you can see a teaser page. The co-founders there. One of them is one of the guys running the Next Web in Europe. So you can be sure that Tech Hub teams are going to get good coverage, not just from TechCrunch, but also from the Next Web. And that should be opening in, I think, have an opening party in November. So actually they'll be sending out invites to Tech Hub people, so you'll be able to get invites to go, I think, as well. If you're a member, of course. So the other thing we wanted to talk about was Tech Hub tours. So a few of you may remember that we already ran a successful first Tech Hub tour. I don't know if Kristaps is here. I don't see him, but he may be upstairs working. Yeah, so Kristaps we sent to the Valley. That was our first Tech Hub tour. It was a pretty big one in terms of distance. We have an ambition to do more of that. And what we want to do is send Tech Hub startups to other countries to learn, to make contacts, to improve their network. But we can't afford to pay for so many trips. So we've been thinking about ways of getting government money, but we really hate government bureaucracy. So, so we actually came across something very good, which is called the Nordic Council of Ministers, that runs a great program with little bureaucracy that, thanks to Zanne's hard work, hard work, we've been getting through the paperwork. And what we have is co-financing for travel to the Scandinavian countries, where the Nordic Council of Ministers will cover 70% of the costs. That's travel, accommodation, I think there's a per diem and so forth. And what we're doing is planning several trips. It's, I think, a maximum of 6 probably we can do. We'll do at least 3, at least 1 to Helsinki, 1 to Copenhagen, 1 to Stockholm. And the idea is to anchor it on a number of meetings that we'll set up, and then the startups can, of course, add their own meetings and agenda. So the first one is to Finland, to Helsinki, the end of November. It will be timed to coincide with Slush, the conference, which is a very good conference organized by Auto Venture Garage and others. And we have some ideas. We're working on plans to visit the garage, potentially Rovio, the Venturi Accelerator, and various others who are in Finland. Then we have Copenhagen and Sweden in the plans. These will be either late this year or in the spring. And we have a number of contacts in each of those that we'll use to set up meetings. So typically we will do 1 or 2 days of set meetings, and then you'll be able to add more of your own agenda around that. So what we will do in terms of process, starting with Finland, we'll send out, tweet out, Facebook out, email out a link, which will be an application form, a very short, simple Google application form. You'll need to tell us why you think you should be going, which startup you're from, why you should be going. We'll only have about 10 to 15 spaces. Obviously the funding's limited, and so we want to get the best startups to go on this trip. But please do apply when it comes out. We want as many to go as we can get there. And yes, you do need to be a Tech Hub member, resident, annual founder in order to qualify to get the co-financing for this trip. So, any questions on Tech Hub tours? One question.
Can participate anybody which is not a Tech Hub member?
No. So this is a program organised by techhub, and so you do need to be a member to participate in the program, in this particular tours.
So how long is the tour?
So it'll probably be, we'll probably set up meetings for a day or two that are actually set up, a program. We're trying to time it to coincide with an event, so like Slush. So you can come 2 days earlier, go to Slush, and then do a day of meetings that we organise, and the travel will be covered for the whole lot. So that's the way we're trying to time them. So it enables startups to get to these events, but we can't just send people to events. The program guidelines don't let us do that, but we need to set up other meetings that they can coincide with that. We'll set up 1 or 2 days of meetings alongside in these conferences.
So what was the date for the first?
So the first date, I think Slush is actually, it's November 18th, 19th, I think. Yeah. And we'll be sending out information on Facebook, Twitter, and an email about this, but so you know it's coming up.